and also like, who wants to move to Kentucky for a job opportunity?
Mm-hmm.
You know, like it puts you in the position of like thinking and reflecting. Like you said, you chose English because of that, and you know, I'm pretty sure Kevin has a lot of questions.
Chasing your dreams, amazing. Keep chasing them as you should. It's like
Definitely.
go after them because like the doors will open up.
And I love English. I think once I do the teacher cert process, I'm gonna get dual certified.
Yeah. That seems like a great opportunity for it. And like I think in the art field with the art teacher saying, oh, there's not going to be any jobs. It's like I think that's from I don't think they saw how the future was gonna
unfold.
Yes, especially with the digital age. I mean, now we even have different types of students.
Yeah.
Like the students that are like silent in class because now they're on their phones probably, and they're probably on their phones like this too. Because I used to be like that in class too.
Now they just be right out open.
Right out
Kevin. It used to be for some.
Now they're like taking a selfie of themselves.
Oh, they just take it out right and open too. When I went to high school, they used to give us through metal detectors and through all metal detectors like every single morning. So during the first 2 years of high school, we weren't allowed to bring in our phones at all. So I had to drop my phone off at the post office. Like it was like $1 a day for a box. So I had to drop it off in the post office. But
that's amazing. You see, teachers wanted to come and teach because they weren't overthrown by ChatGPT and you know, and just like generally like there's. I could go on.
I think the teaching is mentoring now in a sense. Like, well, I guess I'm going to tie it back to the beginning, where you could learn from a video. You could learn from AI. You could learn from these. I guess AI is different, right? You could learn from these videos and from these tutorials, but then you won't have that experienced person next to you to be like, okay, maybe you just missed this thing, like the handle, you just missed to put the handle a little bit more of a pinch.
Yeah.
Like a tutorial or a video is not going to teach you that.
And you realize through all this process, at least me as an art teacher, I can't speak for other subjects because I imagine it's very difficult for subjects that are not creative and fun. But there's always going to be kids that love art. There's always going to be kids that when this whole class is moving really slow, they're finished and you have to give them a canvas to paint, or you know, like that want your guidance into another avenue of art, that are looking for that creative outlet. And so you just got to do it for them and for the kids that are on their phones, because they might wake up one day and realize, I don't want to do this anymore. I want to do something fun, you know, that isn't just involving watching a TikTok video. You know,
I believe like what you guys are saying is very important, because if you really think about it, right, you both of you guys, all of us, been here through college, and think about it. Let's say you decide to go to the highest degree where you got to create your own thesis, 6-year investigation, where you're experimenting to create a new theory. If you always depended on technology to give you answers, where's your criteria? It's almost like that's the shortcut of using the technology. It's like you forget to create your own criteria. And when you unfortunately go on that route, where's your identity?
Yeah.
Where's your trademark? What makes you a better professional than the guy that copy and paste? You know, my time there was no copy and paste. You had to really think. You had to really investigate. And I believe that's a beauty too. That's an art form. Because, for example, what you do with the kids, they're exploring something unknown, and they have that tangible feeling of like how to shape something, you know. And like you're saying, maybe in a chemistry class, it's all about rules. But again, if you don't learn those rules, guess what? You can't be a chemist.
Yeah.
Right? And the same thing here in the art form. Yeah, you have to be creative, but where's your identity?
Yeah.
You need to have an identity. You need to have something that makes you different from everyone else, and that your art, withstands. And we were just talking about this with Freddie yesterday, right? We were talking about the difference between something that's good and something that withstands time. You know, since you love art, and we were talking about like Van Gogh and Picasso and all these great artists, to you, how you tell the difference between something that's good and something that is like withstands time?